Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of my PSG career on FIFA 14. Last time out in the Champions League group stage, this PSG side suffered a loss at the hands of Galatasaray. Galatasaray now find themselves level on points with Real Madrid with just one game played, so it's not all too bad. Yes, I would have preferred a win to get going in the group stage. You always want to get a good start. Our second game of what is a tricky group was to be played against Arsenal at home, and as we all know, Arsenal are a tricky side to try and produce anything whatsoever. So before I set out with this game, I was like, I could probably see a draw coming from this one, you know. They're stubborn, they're well disciplined when it comes to the back four, and when they get going with their possession game, it's an art. It is an art. The ball just seems to drift around that pitch. So I had that decision to make. Do I just pass the ball around, play them at their own game, or do I just attack them from the start? Well, I decided to attack them from the start. Gundogan linking up nicely with Cavani. Went for the shot, Szczesny saved it first time, but the ball just fell behind him and open goal. Open season. Gundogan just knocked that one into the back of the net. We found ourselves in the lead 6 minutes into the game. I was more than happy with that. But with the early goals scored, it just put pressure on me, because a team like Arsenal, you just know that they are going to want to be getting back into this, and they're going to be pulling out all the stops and making sure that they can. So obviously the best thing to do in that position was to go for a second goal. I did go for a shot there with Cavani simply because he was being put under pressure. He wouldn't have got any further than that if I decided to go running into the box. You know, they was pinching him almost, and they would have sandwiched him and eventually won the ball back. So I thought, why not? Let's go for the shot here. But Szczesny, easy save. Cavani won the ball off Mertesacker here, twisting and turning. Went for another shot, but this time on his right foot. Szczesny with another decent save. Both goalkeepers, as you've seen in the highlights already, pulling off some decent saves, important saves as well. And there's that nice tactic that I've started to use now recently. You know, when you get a corner, cross it out to the guy that's waiting outside the box so he can smash it, see what can come of it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It did work a bit earlier on in the season for Cavani. So instead of just pumping the ball into the box and hoping for the best, let's try that. And I'm gonna work with that for the time being. See what happens. We've got a free kick here, 39 yards out. But instead of just smashing the ball and hoping for the best again, I passed that one around, just piling the pressure on Arsenal. They were starting to look worried. Cavani worked his way through, and for a split second I thought the ball might have crept into the bottom right hand corner there, but it just goes wide of the mark, and we still found ourselves 1-0 up. But Arsenal pressurising us. Ramsey, Ozil, Giroud all linking up nicely, almost like a holy trinity, and they got a shot off there. Keeper saved, out for a corner. Arsenal kind of seemed like they was going for the same sort of tactic that I used a bit earlier on with that corner, but Sirigu looking good and composed and just managing to save that. I did want to go for a second here. It was Kabay with the header. He has experience playing against Arsenal, as we know. He moved to PSG from Newcastle, but props to Szczesny. Even though he let in an early goal in this game, you know, he was pulling off some decent saves for his team and preventing this PSG side of mine from working wonders in the final third. Pastore with probably one final deadly attack from PSG. Went for the cheeky chip. The ball hit the crossbar, denying us of that second goal. But we did manage to hold in there and keep the game at 1-0. So we collect our first set of 3 points in the group stage. We are back in with a shout thanks to a goal from Gundogan. He's working out just nicely, isn't he? At the moment, that new signing that I brought in the summer. And there is the group stage. Real Madrid beat Galatasaray in their game, so that means we are now level on points with Galatasaray. Awesome stuff. Back in with the shout, as I said. And look at this, guys. Only 4 weeks remain until Ibrahimovic returns to PSG. I seriously can't wait to start selecting him again for the team. If you guys missed that episode, I think it was the first one. In pre-season, we had a game against Cardiff. Obviously, he picked up a medial collateral ligament and was out for 3 months, so he missed the whole of the start of the season up to now. So when he does return, he'll be returning at such a vital time of this season, just before the Christmas period. Can't wait. And hopefully, when he does return, he's not just going to sit back and relax. He's going to be up there trying to get as many goals as possible, trying to catch up with Cavani. I think is my top goal scorer at the moment. I think. Or Lucas may be there as well. He's scored quite a few goals. So they've been shared out nicely at the moment between different players in the team. There hasn't been that dominant figure that is certain to grab goals and get on that score sheet, you know. And I'm hoping that Ibrahimovic will do just that when he does return. So with the thought of Ibrahimovic almost ready to return to PSG in our minds, we had to focus on this game against Marseille. Now Marseille are battling it out for top spot as it stands against Monaco in the French League, so a win here was a must. It was Lucas that put PSG into the lead 20 minutes into the game, and he deserves that celebration. And guys, I'm going to show you that replay probably 3 or 4 times. This is probably the best camera angle here, as Cavani could see him making the run. That was indeed a finesse shot, hit nice and gently, like a feather touching the ball. Oh, it's just brilliant just watching this on the replay now. I think anyway, that's my type of goal. Taking it first time with that slight curl around the goalkeeper, who was fully stretched, the ball clipping the inside of the post and in across the line. Absolutely sublime. And it was Gundogan then that looked to increase our lead to 2 with that volley through on goal. Bit of a tight angle, but we got a corner out of it, and here comes that set piece once again. This time it didn't work out as well as I had hoped for. Thiago Silva getting on the end, giving that one to Lucas, who was looking for his second goal of the game with another volley, but it just went sailing over the goal. I thought maybe it would have clipped the crossbar, but no, it went out for a goal kick. In the second half, Cavani looked to make it 2-0 for PSG with that powerful shot seeking out the bottom right hand corner with his left foot. We were looking so deadly in the final third against Marseille in this game, and it almost feels as though it's a wind of change. I mean, we had a pretty dire start to the season. You know, you need to be accumulating points as much as possible at the start to make sure you're in contention for top spot come the end of the season. But it's now time to start playing the catch-up game, and we started in this game against Marseille. Lavezzi increased our lead to 2-0, 68th minute, and again it was the first time hit of the ball. Goalkeeper for Marseille, Mandanda, certainly wasn't having the best of days at the office, and Lavezzi straight across the front of goal. Really, there's no excuse. The keeper should be at least getting a fingertip to that, but it was such a rocket into the top left hand corner. I don't think maybe there was any stopping that, but Marseille put themselves back into the game. 77th minute, leaving it late for themselves. Keeper off his line, and just knock that one in. Simple goal for them really, and silly of me to just give it away like that. I had to make sure that we could hold on to this lead, maybe go for a third goal, but we had to be so cautious because Marseille were out, and of course this is FIFA, isn't it? And they did get themselves back into the game, didn't they? 2-2 right in the 90th minute. Could there be a bit of scripting going on there, a bit of aids? I'm not too sure, but you can just imagine how peed off I was with that result. You know, we were playing so good. We played them off the park, Marseille, but to drop all 3 points there and just come away with 1 doesn't help matters. But anyway, we had some good news after that. I had to sim a couple of weeks ahead. There were no games to be played, and there we have it. Ibrahimovic, guys, is now back in the PSG team. I bet all you guys were thinking he wasn't going to return in this video. He is back to fitness, you know, he's back in the team, you know, he was there for selection, but you won't see him in this video playing. That's simply because I wanted him fully fit for our next game after Bastia in the Champions League against Real Madrid. Top game coming up for you guys to look forward to in the next video. Here's to hoping that when he does make his return against Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu, that he will be looking to catch up on what he's missed out over the last 3 months by scoring goals. So with that game against Real Madrid looming over us, we had to sort out Bastia in the league first. We had to win this game, of course, to keep building that momentum and keep going and pushing ourselves up the league, but I had to rest some players for this. So in came Jallet as a right back, we had Rabiot as well in central midfield. I just, as you saw before this game even kicked off, I showed you the team selection. I pretty much changed the whole side, and when that first goal went in for Bastia, I was thinking, bad mistake, maybe I shouldn't have done that, you know, maybe it's upset the team and our momentum that we had going. We got a free kick here, Jallet going down there as he was tripped up by Harak. So 41 yards out for the free kick, and instead of Rabiot taking it, I gave this one to Menez. Right footer, could swing in a dangerous looking ball, and that's exactly what he did. Pastore got on the end of that, keeper with a decent save. Motta unable to just slot that ball into the back of the net as Harak again denied us of a goal, but Alex was there on the rebound after I swung it back in and put us back on level terms. Just because I got that equaliser didn't mean that we were going to go ahead and win this game and beat Bastia. I had to find that balance and just get it right, because whilst playing this game, our back four, it was falling to pieces. Jallet and Alex are two players that haven't had that many minutes on the pitch this season so far. My strike force wasn't the best either, because I was having to play Lacazette and Motta slipping in just behind. I know Motta doesn't even play as a central attacking mid, but maybe I think that is a position that I need to work on strengthening when the transfer window reopens. I'll just have to see what my options are. And in the 54th minute, Bastia came very close to actually making it 2-1, so PSG would have found themselves on the back foot once again, but thankfully we held on to that one and got a point from it. That was for the best, really, and these are the risks you have to take when you rest some of your top players. But anyway guys, that is the end of this episode. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Don't forget, in the next episode, we've got that fixture against Real Madrid in the Champions League. See you all there. Thanks for watching.